Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy 200th episode. Dun,
Yay.
dun, dun. I cannot believe we made it to 200.
I know.
If you've listened since the beginning, you will know that me and Savannah had a goal when we started this podcast to make it to 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We've times that by 20.
That, yes.
We have indeed surpassed that.
I know, and I feel like I remember, like, just yesterday it was episode 50.
Yeah, literally. We had that big photo shoot.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. And now we're at 200. And, hoping for 200 more.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a crazy statement. That's a lot of stories. That's a lot. Because it's really actually 400 at least stories.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot.
But honestly, more than 400 because we've done more than 2 stories an episode.
Yes.
Crazy.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
I know.
Guys. Thanks for everybody who's been here since the beginning, and also everybody who's joined us recently. Just everybody.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We
appreciate everybody.
We do. It's so fun. So very fun.
We also love to see all of the people who comment every week.
Mm-hmm.
Always
on Instagram,
looking at those.
YouTube. Yep. We love talking to you guys so much. Because, normally we can't actually hear you. We hear each other a lot.
Yeah.
So comment if you want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk. But in other news, back to the regularly scheduled content.
Yes.
Savannah, you tell the people what we saw. Movie review.
Oh, yeah. We saw The Monkey.
The Monkey by Stephen King.
Oh, my gosh. It was, I rate it probably like 9 out of 10. I liked it. I loved it. It was great.
I rated it, after sitting with it now, I'm going to say 6.5. I mean, that's not bad. I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. I had really high expectations going in.
I did not have high expectations at all. And I thought I was going to hate it. And I didn't. So.
Well, we flip-flopped.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Because a lot of the time, you'll say that you like every single movie. But
listen, guys. I do not like every single movie. I do not. But, I mean, it wasn't bad. But I didn't love it.
It was cute. I liked it. Okay.
I like saying monkey.
Yeah, monkey. I would say if you like, I don't know what kind of. I mean,
I'm trying to think of what it's similar to.
I was gonna say.
I don't know. Like, maybe I don't know if you've seen this movie, but like Happy Death Day is kind of the same vibe. I didn't really like that one either.
Oh.
But, like, it's kind of just, like, campy horror.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's why I liked it.
I mean, I normally do.
Oh.
So I don't know why. I can't, there's no reason why I didn't like it. It's just vibes were off for me.
Okay.
There's no specific reason. Mm-hmm. Like, I love all the people that were in it. The storyline.
Right.
It just wasn't hitting. Wasn't hitting my mark.
Well,
But that's okay. That's okay. It happens to the best. I'm trying to think of what movie we're going to see next. We have to see, what's it called? Something 17.
Oh, Mickey 17.
Oh, Mickey 17.
Oh, my God. I'm actually so hyped for that. That one's coming out soon.
Yeah, it comes out, in a couple weeks. So, review pending on that
Mickey
one.
17 on the 17th.
Yes. I'm so excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, movie review over.
Yeah,
but
movie review over.
Before we went to see that movie, me and Savannah had plans. Now, listen, I know this is going to be very local, okay?
Yes.
Very local, but I think it's, like, in the area. So, like...
Yeah, it's not local. No, I think they're all over the place, are they not?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I thought it was, like, just around the parts, but I don't actually know.
I think it's...
Regardless now, it doesn't matter, because they're all closing.
Yeah.
But me and Savannah, we used to love this place called Genghis Grill. It was, like, build your own bowl type place.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was so good. And we hadn't been in years because, we haven't lived here together for that long. So we tried to go. Guys, why is it permanently closed? Why did we look it up and it was permanently closed?
I think it's just our location. I don't know. I just looked it up.
No, some other ones are closing too.
It was at one point like kind of all over the U.S. And now it's like they're closing, I guess, but...
No. Genghis Girl, come back, please.
We really only gone to like twice.
No, I used to go all the time in high school.
No, but me and you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, together.
Yeah.
We've only gone like twice,
yeah.
but why do I feel like it's our spot?
It was our spot. It really was. At least here, anyway, it was.
I know.
It's so sad. I was so disheartened when it was closed.
I know.
We got pizza.
Like, we really were
it was
so ready to go. And then like an hour before, we were like, let's check.
Let's see how far it is from my house, like, literally.
I was just going to check the hours. And then it didn't pull up. I was like,
They said, no hours for you. Oh, yeah. It was so sad.
And the thing is, we were right near that building, like, the day before, and we didn't even realize.
No, but the thing is that I kind of did realize. That's what made us think about going to there, because we were near the area. And I was like, wait, why don't I see Genghis Grill? And I was like, I must have just already passed it.
Oh.
Tragically, I was not wrong.
Yes.
I did not pass it. It is closed, so...
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Rest in peace to Genghis Grill. It's so sad.
Yeah,
maybe
so
we
if
just
you still have one,
yeah, you better go.
Enjoy it.
You really better go. But the last thing that I had to say was that I built my first Lego.
Oh my god.
Like ever.
Wait, you never had?
I mean, when I was a kid, obviously I played with Legos, but like I never built like a set.
Oh,
you know?
I've had a few.
No, never before until now. I got a what is it? Like an orchid? I think that's what it is. It's like an orchid plant Lego, and it took me like 2 hours, which is embarrassing. But I had never done it before. Yeah. It was hard. It was low key hard. Getting it started was hard. Once I got it started, it was easy. But like the base of that thing, that was hard.
Yeah.
But that reminded me that we, back in September, when we went to Mothman Festival, we got Mothman Legos. Like a Lego build Mothman. Guys, it's March. We have not built
the
Lego. It's coming up on the anniversary.
Yeah.
The year anniversary. And the thing is, it's not even like a big Lego build. It's like 100 pieces.
It's literally tiny.
That's the funny part, because the one I built is probably like 4 times the size of Mothman.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So yeah, you know what? We'll post pictures one day eventually when we build him.
I know.
We'll have pictures of him. And you know, if it's fun, maybe we'll get the other monsters, because they have other cryptids. Because it's not actually Lego brand. Yeah, I don't remember the brand.
Like
we'll have to look at it.
But they have different cryptids.
They had the Hodag.
Yes.
And Bigfoot. I know for a fact. So if Mothman's a good build, might have to get the other cryptids.
I know. Then we'll have to have somewhere to keep them displayed.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. We get a case. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess so.
Love that. But if you don't mind, please go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But I don't really have any other intro topics. If you want to get into your story, Savannah.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into it. So, this week, I am going to be talking about the Tunguska event.
Oh, okay.
All right, just dive right into it. This event was actually an explosion.
Oh, what?
Yes, it was an explosion in Siberia, Russia in 1908. It occurred at about 7:13 a.m.
Oh my god. I would be so unwell if that happened.
I know.
I'm in bed at 7:13 a.m.
On June 30th of 1908. And this big explosion flattened out 2,000 square kilometers of pine forest, which is also, it's like 500,000 acres.
Oh my, 500,000?
Yeah.
Wait, I cannot even picture how big that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, yikes.
It's a lot. So, and eyewitnesses, they reported a fireball followed by the ground trembling and hot wind that's strong enough to knock people down.
That's so scary. That is so scary.
Yes.
Imagine seeing that. What do you do?
Nothing, I guess.
Oh, that's so scary.
And actually, seismographs in Western Europe recorded seismic waves from the blast.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
Wow.
The blast was visible from 800 kilometers or 500 miles away.
What?
And
Holy
afterwards, crap. Siberia and parts of Europe experienced abnormally bright night skies for some time.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah. And the biggest, like, question here is, like, the biggest mystery. It left no impact crater.
How?
Right? Because you would think it would hit and, like, it would leave a mark, right?
Right. Well, yeah, I was going to ask what exploded. I know you're going to get there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is actually the big question.
Wait, we don't know what exploded?
Not for sure.
Oh, Savannah. Ow, my heart.
Well, this has to be a mystery, right?
You're right. So it's mysteries, myths, and legends. Yeah, you're right.
The only remains, or like likely remains, because they're not actually sure, have been found are tiny fragments that are less than 1 millimeter across.
Hold on, Savannah. This is not adding up. What? That is crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So basically, okay, summarize again. Basically, people saw something flying across the sky, and then it exploded and knocked down so many trees, knocked down people, and seismographs like recorded waves, so it like shook the ground and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're not sure what happened. So yeah, like what happened and why? How did something so big not leave a crater?
Right. How? So it didn't land on the ground. That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. I guess. Because if it didn't leave, how did it not leave a hole? If it was being seen from 500 miles away,
I know.
How did it not leave a hole? That is so. I'm actually shook. I'm speechless, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there is a scientific explanation.
Okay, give it
that
to
we
me,
can
please.
go into first, and then there's also theories. So scientists say that the explosion was likely caused by the collision of an asteroid with a comet, or a comet with atoms and molecules of the Earth's atmosphere. So it's like an asteroid or a comet was coming into the Earth's atmosphere, and then it, like, I guess, was burning up when it was coming in, and then like exploded mid-air, kind of.
Okay, maybe.
Right.
That seems like a big maybe, though.
But apparently this happens.
I mean,
maybe with something not as big, but like this does happen.
For sure. But I feel like I've never heard of that happening and it not hitting the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that. But I guess it definitely does happen.
I know. And also they're saying that the explosion likely happened at an altitude of like 5 to 10 kilometers in the air. So that's why there's no impact, because it didn't hit the ground.
Mm.
So it got closer and closer and then exploded before it hit the ground. And the energy estimated to have been, like, the energy that it gave off of when it exploded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Estimated to be the equivalent of 15 megatons of dynamite.
No big deal, just 15 megatons.
Right, I know.
Like what?
Which is 1,000 times more than the atomic bomb.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
So.
I don't know how I'm feeling about that theory.
That's like the most believed by scientists.
I don't know. And good thing I'm not.
And also the energy given off would have ignited the trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, it would have been blown out by the blast, which does make sense because the trees were all charred.
Fine. Okay, fine. But I just feel like, I guess nobody really had a camera. It's 1908, though. I don't know.
Yeah, 1908.
I feel like somebody had a camera. Nobody had a camera.
Cameras were not widely used like that until recent times.
For sure. But, like, Well, definitely did have a camera. Like, somebody within 500
but
miles.
But also, like, nobody was right there when it exploded. It was in the middle of the woods.
I guess my question is, how did, like, meteorologists, they didn't see it coming? Like, pilots didn't? Because, like, when asteroids fall, you see, like, they know it's coming. And, of course, I know it's been 100 years. Like, technology has grown.
So maybe they just didn't back then.
I feel like maybe. Boy, I'm glad we know how to detect them now.
I know.
I guess. Let me be grateful.
There are some conspiracy theories. Also, okay, step back though, because it is lucky that it hit just the middle of nowhere.
The middle of the woods.
Because if it was anywhere else, which does make it suspicious.
That's very suspicious. That's very suspicious because, I guess I don't know how much like land in Siberia is forest.
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Because I was going to say,
but like, I'm just saying, if out of the whole world.
Out of the whole world, what are the odds it's going to be in the middle of the woods?
Well,
maybe it's good odds.
Actually, maybe good odds.
It maybe is good odds.
But
thank goodness, though.
I know.
So people didn't really die from this?
No, they said it's theorized, or it's estimated that like 0 to like 3 people. Like,
okay.
Like, no.
Well, that's like the best outcome of that, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And of course, here's some conspiracy theories on what actually happened here. Because not everybody's going to believe the scientists, just like you, Taylor.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't believe in them. I'm just saying that's a convenient answer. You know?
So, first theory. It was aliens.
Listen, that's the first thing I thought of. Something's flying in the sky.
Yeah.
It doesn't touch the ground. Maybe they had a space war. Something,
Maybe.
I don't know. And then they flew away.
Right?
Or maybe their car was like malfunctioning. They had a little breakdown. And I don't know their science. Like maybe it causes that big of an explosion here on Earth. Yeah. And then they just flew away. They fixed it real quick, flew away.
I know. Like the theories are like maybe the meteor, quote, meteor, was actually an alien ship.
Okay, yeah.
And it came down to Earth and then exploded. Or it just shot something that made the explosion happen.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. But then what would the point be if nobody's there? Like the alien...
What if there was something there? You don't know.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right.
Oh my God, what if they shot Bigfoot?
Don't even dare. Don't dare. Y'all better not have shot Bigfoot.
Or another alien was out of the ship and they got their op.
Yeah. Actually, that might be it.
It could be.
But is there like evidence of aliens or just people are like, it's aliens?
Oh, people are just saying that.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, I know we all think I'm going to follow the alien theory. I'm not sure this is aliens.
I mean, people just saw a bright light falling, so it could have been anything.
I'm honestly surprised that more people aren't saying that it's aliens and like coming with a full story. For back in like 1908, it gives alien time. You know?
Maybe. Does it?
Maybe it's a little early for alien time.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, next theory. It was a black hole.
Oh. Listen, I don't know nothing about no black hole. Do they explode?
So, okay, let me just get into it. So, what people are saying is that, like, a black hole, like, passed through, which I don't really know much about black holes either. But I guess a black hole forms when gigantic stars run out of, like, fuel. And then they collapse under their own gravity and make a black hole. So to form large amounts of mass, they have to form like a large amount of mass and condense into one like small star, like basically take all of this mass and like push it all into one, and that's how they make a star, and then that collapses on itself. But
that's crazy.
But it only occurs in stars that are around 20 times the mass of our sun. So, like, that...
So it can't even be.
A black hole is unlikely, but there is something called a primordial black hole.
You know what? I have heard of a primordial black hole.
So a primordial black hole is a hypothetical black hole that they are proposed to have formed in the first few seconds of the universe. So that's like when things were more tightly packed together. So that's the whole, okay, we're getting scientific here. That's the whole Big Bang Theory.
Okay, got it.
You know, like basically all mass in the whole universe was packed tightly into the one little ball, and then it exploded out and then became what it is today, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying before, like right when that happened, like the first few seconds of the universe, things were still like pretty tightly packed. So they're like, okay, these primordial black holes, like they exist because they're like, that's the only time they could have been formed. So, but like it's still possible. So anyway, still hypothetical, has never been proven.
Yeah.
But they could exist, and they could be as small as an atom.
Oh,
but,
that's crazy.
Of course, they would pack a large amount of energy.
Yeah,
so,
have to.
So, the theory is that the black hole opened and exploded, like made an explosion.
Like the Big Bang.
Kinda. But then scientists say that there would be evidence of an exit wound.
Like a bullet hole?
I guess. Listen, all this talk of black holes, like, it was hard to look up this research. I was like, I didn't get it.
I can't follow.
Apparently there was, like, an exit wound, like there would be on the other side of the planet.
So a black hole is kind of like getting shot.
Like basically, it passes through.
Yeah. It makes sense only in theory.
Yeah.
Not in real life.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine seeing it. But, like, yeah, through. Maybe.
So.
But there's no bullet wound hole, so.
Well, I mean, no I guess wound. Nobody has ever looked, really.
You're right. What are we even looking for?
Yeah, and you have to, like, calculate, okay, where is on the other side from this?
You're right.
And go there. And what if it's ocean? Like, you don't know.
You're right. How would we know?
I don't know.
That one's a tough one.
Right.
But maybe.
But it could be a black hole.
I feel like it might be.
That would be crazy
if it was a black hole. That's absolutely insane.
I know. Like, but see, the thing with that, though, is, like, people saw something falling. And I guess maybe you would see it falling. But in my thoughts, a black hole would kind of just, like, appear, right? It wouldn't be something falling from the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Why does a part of me still believe it's aliens, even though the scientists say it's a crater? I don't know. It's just really hard for me to. I mean, I guess it is believable, but I just can't imagine, like, living in a world where something. It would obviously have to be huge to make that big of an explosion, like the crater or whatever, asteroid, star, whatever. Yeah. Like, to know that people weren't seeing it, even for like a couple minutes before, is weird.
Oh, people did see it.
Yeah, but like, if I saw it, I'd be like I know they had binoculars. Okay, that's one thing I know they had.
But also, if it was like a comet or something, it's on fire already. Like, it's...
Yeah, but like, you can't see something on fire coming at you.
I don't think you would really be able to tell what it is.
I don't know. I feel like I'm always seeing weird things flying in the sky, and I'm like, what is that? Maybe. I don't know. I guess we don't know.
Because it would just look like a flying ball of light. And that's what they said.
Okay, you wouldn't know. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, anyway.
That's
next
crazy.
Theory.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
There's more, yeah. There's a few more.
Okay.
It could have been a human-made explosion.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, it could have easily been, like, military.
Like some sort of top secret military project that went wrong and exploded.
Yeah. And maybe they're just saying there's not a crater, but they're actually hiding the crater. How about that?
I don't know. And this was 1908, so before space travel and things of that sort. But listen, I'm just putting this one out there because this is my theory that I don't fully, it's not like this is the one I'm choosing, but this is just a theory that I thought of. Okay, so human-made explosion, but it's also time travel.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So it's like,
Because they would need a lot of energy to time travel.
True. But I was just thinking, like, since spacecrafts and things in the air, like, weren't as common. Like, it wasn't a thing. But it is now, so, like...
That almost makes me even believe that it's just the military. And I'm not saying it's not time travel. But, like, because if anybody knows about time travel, it's the military.
True.
And not even just, like, the U.S. military. Any military.
Also, apparently this region of the world is, like, a drop zone for discarded rocket stages that are launched into space from this, like, Russian base.
We should have started with that.
I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't in 1908, but that's where I'm like... Because obviously time travel wasn't a thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Not time travel. Space travel wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Or time travel.
Yeah. Or
allegedly.
That. I mean, if it exists at one point, it exists at all points. Right?
Oh, hold on. You're right, but that's... Wow.
Anyway. But yeah, it is, like, now. So that's where I'm like, okay, but what if they, like, went back in time or something?
Listen, I think that's actually a good theory.
I mean,
I'm not saying I believe it, but that's a good theory.
What if they, like, okay, so it did hit the ground, but it hit the ground in the future.
Oh, the dent's not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, I kind of actually want to go with that. Since we don't have answers, right? Like, I feel like it could be. Like, imagine they're just, like, flying back to 1908.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were just getting started. Maybe that was, like, them getting started time travel.
True.
And then that's why they don't hit the ground. Yeah. Imagine they don't hit the ground and that's just them going time traveling wherever they're going.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a crazy theory, Savannah.
Yeah.
But I'm
just always trying to figure out where time travel can, like, work its way in, you know?
I'm just going to throw this out there. If you were working on that case, like a time travel case back in 1908, hit us up.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Okay, last theory here. It could have been natural gas.
Oh. Okay.
So natural gas came up from the earth and exploded.
That's believable too. Yeah. Because that does happen.
It would have created a massive blast, but not a crater. But there's no geologic evidence of this happening. And also people saw something fall. So
yeah. Hard to explain.
Yeah. So anyway, scientists do say that it was an asteroid or a comet with atoms colliding with atoms and molecules in the Earth's atmosphere. So that's what everybody says it is on record. But, you know, maybe it could be one of these conspiracy theories. You never know.
It definitely could be. Or here's my theory.
Someone's trying to cover them up.
A little bit of all of those theories that we talked about.
A little.
You know? Little piece of every single pie. Maybe it is aliens who are time traveling with the military and natural gas.
Brought back a black hole.
They did. They dropped the black hole. The aliens and the military worked together and they dropped the black hole in Siberia. Yes. 1908. Yeah. That's Taylor's theory. Yeah. Just kidding. Wow. That's a crazy story.
It is.
I'm actually shocked.
Yeah,
because, like, what do we mean we don't have the answer? I know the scientists say they have the answer, but that's still just a hypothesis.
Yeah, I mean, true, because they have, like, enough evidence for them to say, yeah, this is probably what happened, but you still don't know for sure.
They do not know for sure. So, that's the mystery portion of our show, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it's part of our show, but it does eat me alive internally, not having the answers. But I do like it. Makes you ponder.
Yep.
Well, since it is, in fact, our 200th episode, I did feel like we could bring our show back to the roots.
Oh,
so
back to the roots.
It is, in fact, called Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. You did, in fact, just give a mystery. For you today, I have both a myth and a legend for you.
Oh, okay.
A buy one, get one free, if you will. So, since we're going with the name Mysteries, Myths, and Legends, I'll start with my myth, which is going to be a story of a cryptid.
Okay.
And it is the legend of the Oklahoma Octopus.
Oh, interesting.
Ever heard of him?
No.
Me neither. prior to this.
Okay.
So, yeah. Obviously, this story, we're traveling to Oklahoma. I did, in fact, just learn that Oklahoma is located above Texas. As we all know, I'm still bad at geography. I've gotten a little better over the years, but not much. So, yeah. So, the Oklahoma octopus, this is a cryptid, like I said, and it's said to generally live in freshwater, man-made lakes of Oklahoma, and specifically 3. Okay. So, the 3 that it lives in is Lake Thunderbird, Uloga Lake, and Lake Tenkiller. So, those 3 are all man-made and freshwater. So, know that. And we are, in fact, talking about an octopus. So, let's just get on into the story. Oh, my God. Shall we?
I already immediately, what is happening?
Questions, yeah. Immediately. So, reportedly, the Oklahoma octopus is obviously said to look like an octopus. Okay. However, it is said to be the size of a horse.
What?
If you know anything about me, you know I do not like lakes. And the thought of a horse-sized octopus in a lake, honey, absolutely not. So, yeah, the Oklahoma octopus is absolutely a giant octopus. They say that its tentacles are very long and it has leathery reddish-brown skin. Okay. Yeah. So, in the 3 lakes that I mentioned, the Oklahoma octopus is said to attack and kill unsuspecting swimmers.
Oh, no.
It feeds off human flesh.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, it's actually my worst fear.
Yeah, this thing is horrible. What?
No, it's horrible. There have been countless reported sightings of the octopus without people being attacked, too. Oh, my God. Like, from, not inside the water. They can still see. So, horrifying. Skeptics, of course, question how an octopus, which is obviously a saltwater ocean-living creature, typically, would be living in these freshwater man-made lakes.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah, makes no sense at all. But they compare the Oklahoma octopus legend to the giant Pacific octopus that obviously lives in the Pacific Ocean. Okay. And it has tentacles, the giant Pacific octopus has tentacles that each have the strength of a 200-pound man. So, like, 8 times 200, like 8 200-pound men.
My God. Wait, what?
And apparently this octopus also has a powerful beak that it uses, like, to kill its prey. Oh. So that's kind of, like, what scientists say, like, that's kind of what this cryptid resembles. But, again, that octopus lives in the ocean.
I hate it.
And also, since when do octopus have beaks?
I thought they did, yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, no. I didn't know that. That is scary. And I could have lived my whole life without knowing that fact. That's horrifying, because I don't like birds because they have beaks. Yeah. I don't want to be pecked. Because they have beaks. Yeah, I don't want to be pecked.
Oh, my gosh.
If they had a normal mouth, I'd be so chill with birds. But I'm not chill with birds.
You need to watch the movie The Birds.
I just feel like that might be a horror movie for me.
It is kind of scary. It's because, it's basically people are just getting attacked by birds.
Savannah, no. That's the only reason I don't like birds.
I think it's the Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's old, but I watched part of it before. I didn't even watch the whole thing, but I remember watching part of it, and I was like, oh my God, these people are just getting attacked by birds.
Honestly,
like, that's it.
This may be the first time on this podcast, 200 episodes in, that Savannah has watched a movie that I have not. Wow.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It is Alfred Hitchcock, and it's 1963.
Okay, The Birds.
Yeah, and what's it on? It is a horror / mystery.
Oh, it is literally a horror movie?
Yes.
Okay, see, I'm not crazy I don't hate birds.
Literally,
I'm just scared of them.
Look at this screen cap from it. She's getting attacked.
Wow, the editing and the AI is so funny on that. I know it's not AI, but like CGI. It's giving, have you seen Schitt's Creek?
Parts of it.
That's
not both of it.
Crazy. Well, in the last season, Moira Rose is like in... Now I know that was actually based on a real movie, because she, like, Moira is like... No, but in Schitt's Creek, Moira, like, it's like The Birds 3 is the name of the movie that she's in. And obviously...
Oh, I guess there is a Birds 2. So that's probably why.
Oh, that's actually funny. It's not actually called that. It's like the crow, but it's supposed to be exactly like she. Yes. Yeah, it's.
Someone out there knows what we're talking about.
Everybody I feel like knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I'm just saying if you haven't seen The Birds, maybe watch it because it's kind of.
I need to see it.
I don't remember watching the full thing, but I watched a lot of it and it was kind of like fun. I don't know. A lot of things reference it too. I feel like. I feel like I see it.
Now I'm gonna have to see it.
You do.
Because I've never heard of that before, but I'm not gonna like it because I don't like things with beaks, including this octopus. I know. Even though, that's the Pacific octopus that has a beak. Anyway.
Okay.
Also, fun fact about me: octopus, they scare me, because they're so smart. Do you know how smart they are?
Yeah.
Like they can get themselves out of a closed mason jar.
Yes.
I don't like that. Okay.
I mean,
I do like that for them, not for me. That's so scary. No, because that's so scary. I couldn't get myself out of a mason jar if I was trapped in it with tentacles. I
guess so.
That's horrifying. So, yeah. Anyway, another thing that the skeptics argue about the Oklahoma octopus is that there's really no physical evidence of this creature. So that is true. There is no obviously, people say they have pictures. It's not any good pictures.
Right.
And everybody else that, that comes in contact with the Oklahoma octopus, they don't survive. So, and I do say that because people who do believe in the Oklahoma octopus, they point out the high mortality rate and the large number of unexplained drownings that are in these 3 lakes. And these specific 3 lakes do have more death than other lakes in the area. So, maybe is that for another reason? Maybe. But is it for the Oklahoma octopus? Also maybe. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you've ever listened to this show, I cannot stand lakes. They are so scary to me. I did conquer my fear last summer. I did swim in a lake. Yeah. And it was so scary. I almost had a panic attack when I jumped in the water.
I have in the past, but I just cannot. I can't. I used to even be scared back then too, but I tried so hard to do it because my friends were doing swimming. Yeah. So I'm okay, I'll join them. But it's just I do not like that you can't see anything in it and things could be touching you.
Now imagine you're swimming in a lake and there's a school bus sized octopus and its tentacles comes up and just grabs. No. It's so
no, because even if it's irrational, I would be thinking about it the whole time.
Is it even irrational? Because this exists. This is in Oklahoma. In my opinion.
I mean,
in Taylor's opinion, he's there. Right. So people who do also believe in him compare the Oklahoma octopus to jellyfish who can also live in saltwater and freshwater. And they're so, these creatures are smart. Why can't octopus do the same thing? Make it make sense. So, and they are really smart. So, not that I think being smart can make you, live in different really smart? Octopus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, fun fact though. I was going to actually ask you a question.
Okay, what's the question?
But it's going to lead to the fun fact.
Okay.
How old do you think this legend is?
Oh,
because I have not said.
I feel like it's older.
See, when I was doing the research, it didn't even say at first, how old it was.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were just, kind of, news reporting on this.
Yeah.
But I actually found it is older.
It's 70s.
So it's over 200 years old.
200? Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking that old.
Yeah. But that's, in written history. Because apparently it is way older than that. And it actually is said to date back to the Native Americans who lived on the land originally. Okay. Because some things, I guess some stories have been passed down from them where there is said to be this giant creature in the area. And so maybe because the lakes weren't made at that time. So remember that because they're man-made later. So
right.
Is it a different creature or did the creature, because I think they meant it's in the lakes that were natural, right?
Yeah.
But but again, in the lakes when the Native Americans were in the area, there was still a big creature in the lakes. surrounded. So is it the same? Or like maybe like is it a creature and they just haven't found like an actual animal that could live in there and they just haven't found it? I don't know. But also because it's man-made, like did somebody create this and put it in there?
Right.
Because it could that too, you know? I don't know. I don't know. But also, if, you know, let's just say, I don't necessarily think that the Native American creature and the Oklahoma octopus is the same. Just because it doesn't make sense, kind of, for it to be the same. I mean, unless they were natural and then one got put into the lake, I guess. Maybe. But regardless, I don't like that 2 giant creatures have been seen in water sources around here. Guys, y'all better watch out if you're swimming in the Oklahoma lakes. That's what I do know. So another answer, quote unquote, that skeptics have, kind of the last one that I'll say, is that maybe this creature is just a bull shark.
A shark, wait.
It makes no sense. But also, any creature that's in a river or a lake, I feel like scientists always just, that's a bull shark.
Oh.
Like, they say that for Normie in Lake Norman. Yes, they say that for the one in Wilmington. They say it for, like, any. They're like, oh, it's a bull shark. But, guys, a shark doesn't look anything like an octopus.
No.
And you can't just say that. Just, like, I understand them comparing a jellyfish to an octopus because they both have tentacles.
Yes, yeah.
But a shark, just because they both live in the ocean, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't agree with that theory, but that's what some people say. They're like, you're crazy. That's just a bull shark. Like, okay.
Okay, but also a shark in a lake?
Well, bull sharks are freshwater, so that's why they're saying that. That's why people always argue.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't believe in that. But yeah, apparently the people who live around the area do seem to believe in this cryptid. And, you know, I choose to believe they know the best. So,
yeah.
But the one thing that I am certain about is that I will not be swimming in any of these lakes in Oklahoma. Not at all. But yeah, that is the legend of the Oklahoma octopus.
Okay.
What do you think about him? You like him?
I do.
I don't.
I think I just like the idea of it because it's kind of creepy, but I would never go swimming there.
No. Never. Scary. So, you know, you gave the mystery. I just told you the myth. Because, you know, we are not really sure if he actually lives in there.
Right, yeah.
But now it's time for the legend.
Okay.
This story, it has honestly been on my list for so long, but I just didn't know. Like, my list is just things that I hear about and don't ever research. I just put it on the list. So it's been on my list since essentially we've made the podcast. Not sure where I originally heard it, but I finally looked into it, and it's just so much more than I thought it was going to be. So, the legend that I have for you is the legend of Jenny Jump.
Jenny Jump.
Jenny Jump. And also, I didn't even try to do this, but both my stories were alliterations. The Oklahoma Octopus and the Jenny Jump.
Oh my gosh, love that.
I know, on accident. So, Jenny Jump, this story is actually located in New Jersey. Specifically, Jenny Jump State Park / Forest. And it's in the Great Meadows Hope area. So if you know the area, that's where it is. And this state park is literally so beautiful. Like, honestly, look up a picture of Jenny Jump State Park. It's gorgeous.
I know, I'm looking up.
Yeah, it actually features large glacial boulders as well as stone outcroppings carved by glaciers nearly 21,000 years ago.
Oh.
So, yeah, the land is super duper old. And the park, you know, obviously it has a ton of campsites and these nice hiking trails, but it also has some of New Jersey's oldest and best known tales. So let's just jump right on in, shall we? Or should I say, let's Jenny jump right on in.
Oh my gosh.
It's not funny. That's the last time I'm going to be able to laugh in this story because getting her immediately.
That's crazy
dark.
that it's called Jenny Jump.
Well, let me tell you why it's called Jenny Jump, Savannah. You're not going to like this.
Okay.
According to the local legend, Jenny was the 9-year-old daughter of early settlers in the area. Okay. One day, Jenny was out picking berries near the base of Jenny Jump Mountain, which was right beside her house, so she was just picking the berries when all of a sudden the young girl was surprised by a group of Lenni Lenape people from the Minsi tribe. They snuck up on her with intent to either abduct or kill her.
Oh.
So I'm sure, as you can guess, when Jenny saw them, she ran for her life, screaming, obviously. Yes. And so she's screaming because she knew that her dad was outside near their house and she wasn't far. So she was like trying to get his attention. And her screaming did alert her father, who was actually working in the field, like right beside where she was.
Okay.
So he just started yelling at Jenny to jump. He was screaming, "Jump, Jenny, jump."
Okay.
And poor little Jenny, she listened to what her dad was saying. And so she just jumped. She was running and she just jumps. But unfortunately, when she jumped, she didn't realize that she was going to jump off a cliff.
No!
Yeah.
What?
And
Why was he saying
I guess he thought he was going to catch her, but he didn't catch her. And unfortunately, she fell to her death.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
that's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And so located right next to Jenny Jump Mountain, there is an old-timey kiddie amusement park, and it's called the Land of Make-Believe. Okay. And this amusement park claims to contain the cliff that Jenny jumped from. But not only that, they have the house that Jenny and her family lived in on the property. It is the famous white farmhouse, and it was built in 1748. The farmhouse is, in fact, located at the bottom of a ravine, which can be assumed that that's where Jenny did, in fact, jump to her death, right beside her house.
God. This is horrible.
I told you the laughing had to stop immediately. And I really had no idea this story.
Oh my God.
So her house actually is located right next to a waterfall that is named Jenny Jump Falls. So it's like all named after her. And today, this is absolutely bonkers, Savannah. Today, there is a loudspeaker mounted on the outside of the white farmhouse that plays a recording that recounts the tragic tale over and over all day for visitors.
What?
For real. For real. Listen, I understand, maybe Jenny wants her story to be told.
I mean, that is kind of cool, right?
And it's cool. It's cool. But also, it's a little dark. It's just a little morbid. Dark. Yeah. So, as tragic and famous or infamous, however you want to put it, as Jenny's story is, that's actually not the only strange thing on this property, Savannah. This...
Really?
We might have to go here, honestly. You'll see why.
Okay.
You're like, I don't know. But not too far away from the farmhouse, there is something really unsettling at this property, okay?
Okay.
There are two very overstuffed scarecrows standing by the side of the building, kind of to the side of her house. One of them is supposed to be a man, and he's dressed in a ratty old pair of overalls, a flannel shirt, and a straw hat. And the other scarecrow is apparently his wife, and she is wearing this denim dress that's severely weathered because they've been outside, and then a gingham shawl. And next to them, there's a sign, and it says, "Talk to Colonel Corn, but please don't touch him."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, is this going to be haunted?
This is crazy.
Nope, it's not haunted. You can actually ask them, the scarecrows, what's the legend of Jenny Jump? And they'll talk back to you.
What? Wait.
So these scarecrows are actually rigged up with an audio intercom, which is monitored by unseen park employees.
Okay.
And they're hiding someplace nearby.
Oh, so they're speaking into it?
So they're talking to the scarecrows.
Oh my God.
So yeah. So not only do you get the speaker that's telling the story, but you can also ask the scarecrows.
Yeah.
The legend. So, just some creepy guys. Love that.
Oh my God.
It's fun. Fun, but also sad. But that's not all. At the eastern boundary of this forest, you will find what the locals call Shades of Death Road.
Oh my God, what?
This is all in the same area.
Shades of Death.
Shades of Death Road. So, Death Road winds its way past... You just need to buckle up, actually. All of you need to fasten your seatbelts.
I'm buckled.
I'm you're ready for this next sentence. So, follow me and follow me close. Death Road road, not row. Death Road winds all the way past Murder Mountain, through Haunted Hollow, and then at the very end of the road, you make your way to Ghost Lake.
Okay. I
know how it sounds.
I said I was buckled up. I'm out the car.
I told you. I told you weren't ready. I told you. I know how it sounds. I know that all sounds made up. Sounds like it's coming out of straight book or movie. But no. These are real names. Shades of Death Road is what the road is called.
Yeah.
Murder Mountain is called that. Haunted Hollow is literally called that. And Ghost Lake is actually called Ghost Lake. So know that. None of those are exaggerated.
Okay.
So it is said that the Shades of Death Road, that it got its name. Where? Okay, I lost my spot, but I found it. So Shades of Death Road got its name because it was actually a hot spot back in the day for highway robberies, and they tended to end in a lot of death.
Didn't you talk about highway robberies like last week too?
I think I have been talking a lot about highway robberies. So, yeah, back in the day, they didn't go too well, typically, and they usually had death involved. But people said that there is actually, not only was it a hotspot for highway robberies, but this specific road was actually used heavily during the malaria outbreak. Okay. And so thousands of people were using this road to travel, to go to, like, doctors. Mm-hmm. But most of them did not make a return trip back home. So this was kind of like the last road that they were on before they all died of malaria. Oh my God. So kind of two reasons to be called Shades of Death Road, and it's called Shades of Death because the trees very heavy in this on the road. So it's shade all the time, even if it's completely sunny.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's very
Shades of Death. I get it.
Shades of Death Road. Yes. Yeah. So, either way you look at it, death is, in fact, the main theme of the road.
Death is everywhere.
Yep, all around. So, yeah, the owners of the land actually did name it that. So, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously they did it to add dramatic effect, but we're here for it.
Yeah.
So, Ghost Lake is real, too. It is a body of water that was created in the early 20th century.
Okay.
By two men. They were named William Krause Jr. and Leon G. Hull. They actually dammed the creek nearby themselves to create this lake. Okay. And it was like the creek that ran through a narrow valley between the houses in the area. And those houses are the ones that they had just built. So these guys were kind of building the city. Okay. They were building the road, the lake, the houses, kind of all of this little area. So they are the guys who named it Ghost Lake and Shades of Death Road. But they named Ghost Lake because it's wraith-like misty formations that you can see rising off the water because of the weather in the area.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Wait, how have I never
heard of this?
How have I never heard of this?
I know.
How did I not ever go here?
I know.
Literally, I just looked it up. It's literally 2 hours from where I used to live.
That's crazy.
And my family, we would go camping all the time.
Yeah.
Now I need to.
I told you you'd want to go.
Ask my mom and say do you know about this place? And they're gonna be like, wait, actually, yeah, we've been here.
Literally, I'm calling it right now. Savannah's gonna come back next week and be like, actually, I've stayed here 5 times.
I know. Yeah. No, well, there was two different places that we would always go to. So I'm I don't know if we went to this one.
Yeah.
But maybe I did when I don't remember.
Yeah. It happens all the time. So maybe.
Because and now I want to go. It sounds
I told you it is cool. So yeah, they call it Ghost Lake because it actually looked like ghosts are coming up out of the lake, especially on cooler mornings.
Yes.
But pretty much all the time there. So honestly, it's iconic that lake does that naturally, just to be creepy. But
yes, and the park is called just Jenny Jump Park.
State Park, I think. Let me go back to the top. Yeah, State Forest. But the legend also has an explanation for why it's called Ghost Lake. Okay. The legend says that white settlers would use the lake to dispose of Native American bodies. So, does the lake do it naturally, or is it literally the spirits from the Native Americans coming up? I mean, who's to say? I don't know. We might have to go look for ourselves, I would say. But moving on a little bit, there is another place in this area, Savannah. And so it's actually found along the shore of Ghost Lake. And it's a small cave. And do you know what they call that cave?
What do they call it?
They call it the fairy hole.
Oh my god. Cutie. Wait, this place is so magical. Like spiritual, magical.
I know. It's so cool. It's also dark history, but honestly, that's everywhere. So, the fairy hole. So, they actually have literally written instructions on how to get there. They say from the parking lot at Ghost Lake, you follow the rocky trail that are it's like along the lake edge for 200 yards, then turn right and climb up a very steep slope to the cave. So, apparently the main room of the cave is about 10 feet wide and 20 feet deep. So, I mean, that's a decent size, bigger than my storage unit. The floor in my storage unit is 10 by 10. So it's 10 by 20. So honestly, pretty big room for a cave.
Yeah.
But the floor is flat and the ceiling is high enough to allow for most people to stand comfortably. Beyond the main room of the cave, it continues to smaller chambers and shafts. And down one of those chambers, there is a natural chimney formation at the rear of the cave. And it's said to contain cave crickets, which I definitely meant to look up what a cave cricket was. Didn't. But it doesn't sound good. I don't want to come across... It sounds
like a cricket that's in a cave.
You're right. And it probably is. I don't want to be near no cave cricket. But locals do absolutely say that this cave is haunted. People are said to hear voices when nobody else is there, feel touches, feel random cold spots, all the creepy things. And history can maybe, show why that is. So in 1918, the cave was surveyed by the city, and it was found to contain pottery shards, flint, broken arrowheads, remnants of fire pits, and just a lot of other things to signify that a Native American tribe definitely used this cave at some point.
Yeah.
So that was in 1918. Later in 1936, scientists... dang, if I don't stop losing my spot. No, my notes went all the way up.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's apologies.
Okay. It happened.
What did the scientists say? We might never know. I found it. Right? Okay, so in 1936, scientists actually excavated the cave. So in 1918, it was just surveyed a little bit, but they actually were like digging the second time. And local archaeologist, Dr. Dorothy Cross, she was from the New Jersey State Museum. She was convinced that the cave may have even been a burial ground back in the day. Oh. So that's why they did the digging in the cave. And they did find bones, but they said the ones that they did find were most likely animal bones. So they kind of said, okay, no, it's not a burial ground. But some still do believe that it is. And also, they could have just not dug far enough, for sure. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We don't really have the answers on that.
Right.
But some people actually do also report seeing Jenny's ghost in the fairy hole cave as well. I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure, it's right beside her house. So, maybe she did see it,
Yeah.
But also, I don't really know. So... Maybe people are just saying that,
Yeah.
But as much history and death and ghosts that goes on here, the beauty, honestly, of the park almost disguises it all. It's actually so gorgeous. So definitely want to visit here. I told you you'd want to.
Yeah, I do.
I know. But yeah, that is the legend of Jenny Jump.
Huh.
That's bad, though. That's bad. It's just sad. Not bad. It's just sad.
I know. It is sad. Why it's called that. It is sad.
I know. It's nice to, honor her, but also
why
we didn't have
Jenny
to add jump.
Right.
We didn't have to add jump. I think it just sounds good. That's why they wanted to. But
I know.
Oh.
But damn.
I don't know how I feel about that name, honestly. But, not up to us. I like the other names, though. Ghost Lake, Fairy Hole, Haunted Hollow. All the other things.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yes, so many alliterations today.
Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah. I guess I'm just Dr. Seuss over here. Sometimes.
Really, though.
That's funny. But it really honestly seems fake, but It's real. Honestly, if I had the power and money, that's exactly what I would name my town. Like, all of that.
Oh my gosh. Just like...
It's like Haunted Hollow. Yep, all of that would be... That's exactly what I would name it to. So I can't even blame them.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I get it.
Yeah, but definitely be sure to check out our Instagram for pictures from our stories this week. We'll have a lot to post.
We will.
It'll be fun. Very fun. Also, go ahead.
If you have not already, please review us because this is our 200th episode. And if you've really been listening for 200 episodes and not given us a review...
That's mean, guys.
It is mean. Like, please do it. Thank you. And
we're begging.
Give us a comment. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely comment. Also, if you guys have any stories that you want us to, research and tell you guys, comment that too.
Yes.
We've really been using a lot of, provided stories. For example, the Oklahoma Octopus was given to us. So
oh, yeah.
That's the only reason I even knew about it. So tell us what stories you guys want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But other than that, I think that was a great 200th episode. What do you think? It was good, Savannah?
Yeah, I do.
I love a mystery, myth, and a legend.
I know.
I half like a mystery. No, I'm kidding. I love your story.
Thanks.
It bugs me so bad to not have the answers.
I know.
One day, maybe, when we get time travel, we can go back and see what it was. How about that?
And then the explosion was us.
Oh. Well, maybe it was us. Probably was. Maybe it was us.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the answer.
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll have to let you know on that once we find time travel. But I guess until we find time travel, that's all I really have for you guys this week.
Yeah, that's all I have.
All right. Well, I guess we will see you guys next week.
Cue the music.